You walk into a new office, your colleagues, bosses, subordinates all check you out. And almost immediately, they create a first impression about you. You walk into a party and strangers with whom you've never spoken and who know nothing about you, based on what clothes you have on, your demeanor, what color you're wearing, how you're walking, with whom you've come, and so on, will form the first impression about you. This doesn't end here. You walk into a store, the salesperson will form a first impression about you. If you look like a big buyer, there'll be a personal helicopter, and this can also happen vice versa. So you don't even know it, but by the time someone has formed a first impression about you, they've effectively answered these 4 questions. Do I like you? Do I trust you? Are you good to have around? Who do you remind me of? So these 4 questions are what a person has answered before he or she makes a first impression about you. So what is this first impression? What is its genesis? What or who verifies it? Can you control it? Can you dictate it? If yes, then how? I promise that by the end of this episode, you will have all these answers. And you will also have all the controls to create the first impression of your choice. Having said that, I believe in the words of Angelo Green. He said, "You only get one chance to make a good impression. So always factor in the wow." Indeed, you don't get a second chance to make the first impression, but once learned well, your wow can be your magic pill and can do wonders for you. So today in this podcast, we are going to learn what that wow is and how to make others say wow when they're talking about you. How to create that great first impression. In my podcasts, I endeavour to add some value to your communication skills so that you can build transferable skills that can come in handy in both your professional and personal goals. I'm going to do exactly that and help you become a better and most effective communicator today. Research says that 95% of the people believe that first impressions are extremely important. Indeed, you don't get a second chance at that. Now, this finding got our psychologists thinking. If this is so important, let's understand the science behind it. Let's plunge deep into it. That's what our psychologists thought. And thanks to their nosedive research, the psychologists came up with a fancy term. And this fancy term they called the 7-11 rule. No, it has nothing to do with the terrorist attacks of 9/11. It is a perfectly safe rule. Let us understand what this 7-11 rule implies. So there are 3 parts to it. The first part. So the first part, research says that within 7 seconds, the first 7 seconds of your meeting someone, the person will form 11 impressions of you. That's quite a number. 11 impressions in 7 seconds. Now, wait, there's more. The second part. So I just told you that in just 7 seconds, a person forms their first opinion, their first impression about you. Within the next 11 seconds, after those 7 seconds, that is 7 plus 11 is equal to 18 seconds, they've pretty much made up their final mind about you. So ouch, that's quite a catch. We heard about 7, 11 and 18. But wait, it's not ending here. There's more maths coming. The third part. It takes a whopping 11 additional encounters, that is meetings, with someone to change that first impression about you. 11 meetings. Wow, 11. Holy guacamole. It's fascinating how human brains work. We make split-second judgments about people we've just seen. In seconds, we gauge them inside out. Their appearance, voice, tone, walk, lifestyle, and so on. Just a snap of our fingers, just a blink of our eyes, the first impression is formed. I know it's quite a mathematical rule. You can replay this part of the episode to revisit and re-understand all the 7-11 maths while I move on. So what is the need for this great first impression? A good first impression can land you a job, build stronger relationships, and even attract a partner. Just imagine, if you go for an interview and you already know about this 7-11 rule. So you walk into the room and you know your interviewers are about to unleash a superhero power that allows them to assess whether you could fit for the company or not. And this superhero power will let them do all this in lightning fast time. I know it's impressive about them, but it's terribly terrifying for you. So whether it's an interview for a job that you're eyeing, or you're at a networking event building connections, you have to nail this first interaction. You have to get it right because you might not get a second chance, especially not to change that first impression. Personally speaking, I'm a fan of Malcolm Gladwell. In his Blink, the book Blink, he talks about thin slicing. Have you ever had a gut feeling about someone and later you found out that you were right? Now this feeling is called thin slicing. Essentially, thin slicing is when you slice someone so thin that you can see through them. So basically, you take a mental snapshot of someone in under a second and guess his competence, his confidence, his likability, everything in a flash of a second. So in Blink, Malcolm Gladwell talks about thin slicing and how our inherent biases about people sometimes make it a huge task, a humdrum task to make a first good impression. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, they don't give you a chance to change that impression about you, all because of a bias. Having said that, there are techniques that you can use to change the way others form their first impressions about you and to make them say wow when they mention you. I'm going to show you 3 actionable techniques that you can use in everyday life to make others make your chosen first impression about you. Let's roll. So I call the first technique radiate. And what do you radiate? The energy. Essentially, your energy is your first impression. We all emit energy, and science says that we attract the same energy that we reflect. So you emit positive energy and you attract the same. So how to do this, I'm just going to show you. Remember that your body talks before you start talking. Sure it does. So make your body talk what you want the other person to hear. If you stand tall, walk without a slouch, make eye contact and offer a firm, not a bone-crushing, handshake, you will definitely look confident. You will emit or radiate confidence. You'll come across as someone who knows what he wants. Now, the other person will think, If this person knows what he wants, so clearly the chances are he also knows how to get it. That's what the other person will think. Because you project yourself as a confident go-getter. You make them like you by doing a talk through your body. Your body is talking, remember, before you talk. We've all heard don't judge a book by its cover, but let's face it, we all do. We're all guilty of judging a book by its cover. No one picks a torn, tattered book from the bookstore. So how can your attire communicate something different? Just dress appropriately for the occasion. I'm not saying wear any of those peacock pieces to stand out. Just be yourself, gel in. Wear what is appropriate, what is right for the occasion. Because that is also going to radiate. That is also going to talk to the person you're trying to make that first impression on. If you're at that interview, you're feeling nervous, imagining that they're all judging you. Just remember, they are nervous too. We've all been there, done that, my friend. So fake it till you make it. Camouflage your anxiety with a warm, genuine smile. Radiate positive energy. It can immediately put others at ease and make them feel comfortable around you. And if they're comfortable, so will you be. What you emit, remember, is what you get. Let your body project the confident you. Let your body talk to them before you do. See the magic unveil. They will notice the wow about you because you just controlled their judgment. Remember, the first impressions are not about good looks alone. I mean, they are a bit, but not completely. So, of course, your dress and your shoes and your body language matter. But more important than this are the non-verbal cues that you radiate. The unspoken signals that you give. Today I'm going to show you one such signal, a deliberate one that no one will tell you about, but this trick is extremely effective, works every time. This one will really dictate, if not control, how others form their first impression about you. I call this, and researchers call this, the eyebrow flash. So when you see someone you want to make a first good impression, make eye contact and immediately raise both your eyebrows. You'll notice there's an automatic smile which pops on your face. Even better, you're already communicating. But remember, don't keep your eyebrows raised for too long. Hello, make it a quick up and down. Otherwise, you'll start looking like a scared deer in the headlights. But yes, do the eyebrow flash with whomsoever you want to make a good first impression. Sometimes it even substitutes for a hello because it comes packaged with a smile. Now that you've radiated energy, dressed to impress, done with your eyebrow flash, it's time to speak. So here comes your third and final strategy to make others say, wow, about you, and to create that first great impression about you. I call this strategy, first words matter. So what happens when you first speak to someone? You pick up on their vibe, right? Are they enthusiastic? Are they friendly? What is the accent like? Does he or she sound positive or is he too critical? Is he assertive or is he too domineering? You listen carefully to the first words he speaks. Along with that, you evaluate him on his voice, his pitch, and his tone. So based on our first impression about him or her, we're either drawn to that person, we like that person, or we're repulsive, we don't want to be around that person, or we're intimidated. So the trick is to control the first words you speak in those first few seconds. Remember those first 7 seconds? Now, one sub-trick within this trick that I really advocate is called remember the name. Now, there's a science behind it. Our name is music to our ears. We love to hear our name. When we hear our own name, when someone calls your name, a specific section of your brain is activated. It has the same effect that dopamine has on us. It doesn't happen when we hear the other people's name. It happens only when somebody is calling your name. So, the sub-trick is to use the other person's name, the listener's name, during your conversation. Use this name to your advantage. Right after this person introduces himself or herself, just repeat his name while making your sentence. If you're talking to David, you can say, David, it was really nice meeting you, instead of saying, it's really nice meeting you. Use the name David. Keep sprinkling David's name throughout the conversation every few minutes. Keep adding to the dopamine effect. David, could you please watch my bag for me while I use the cloakroom? David, can you please pass me that glass of water? When you remember and use someone's name, he or she feels special. When they feel special, they like you. They think you're wow. If you're getting more confident to experiment this with a well-timed joke. But remember, you have to build all this in those crucial 7 seconds. If you crack a joke, you're actually adding endorphins to the dopamine. They will feel you're the wow person they've just met. So, create the first great impression and also work to make it last. Whether you're a person or a brand, keep up the charm beyond that first encounter. It is instrumental for your success. We'll talk about how to make a lasting impression last in yet another episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of Communicate 101 Speaking Writing Tips with Sarika Singh. If you want to be notified of upcoming episodes, be sure to hit the subscribe button and follow the podcast. I'll be back to share more stories, more life experiences, and more communication tips every Friday. If you want to reach me or connect with me, just put your comments in the comment box below or mail me at info@sarikasingh.in. I know you're going to rate and review this podcast, so a big thank you in advance. Stay tuned and think about what we talked today.